If the past still weighs on you, if moving on feels impossible, this story might change everything. The young man from before returned to the Zen master, his eyes filled with frustration. "Master, I let go, just as you told me, but I still feel empty. The pain hasn't disappeared. What now?" The master smiled knowingly. "Come with me." They walked through the monastery until they reached an old storage room. Inside, dust filled the air, and the wooden floor creaked under their steps. In the center of the room was an old chair. The master gestured to it. "Sit." The young man hesitated but obeyed. The master handed him a thick, heavy rope. "Now, hold this rope as tightly as you can." Confused, the young man gripped the rope. The master then began tying it around the chair, securing his arms, his chest, his legs. Soon, the young man could barely move. "Master, what is this?" he asked, struggling. The master stepped back. "Now, stand up." The young man tried. He pushed against the chair, strained his muscles, but the ropes held him down. His breathing grew heavy. I can't." The master simply watched, silent. Minutes passed. The young man's frustration turned to exhaustion. His body ached from struggling. Finally, he slumped, defeated. "I don't understand." The master knelt beside him and whispered, "Who tied you to the chair?" The young man blinked. "You did." The master nodded. "And who is keeping you there?" The young man looked down at the ropes digging into his skin. Silence. Then realization. Slowly, he lifted his hands and began untying the knots. One by one, the ropes fell away. Moments later, he stood up. The master smiled. Moving on is not about waiting for the pain to leave you. It is about realizing you are the one holding yourself in place. We believe time will free us. That pain will fade on its own. But sometimes, we are the ones who keep ourselves tied to the past. No one is coming to untie the ropes. Only you can free yourself. So tell me, what ropes are you still holding on to? And when will you finally stand up? If you're ready to let go, let this story sit with you for a while. If this spoke to you, pass it on to someone who needs it. Now tell me, what is one thing you're finally ready to release?